Hello, and good evening, wayward travelers. Welcome to the next episode of Dungeon Sphere. I am the great dread pirate Redbeard of the High Seas, and I'm joined by 5 amazing players every Sunday to bring you thrilling challenges and surprising twists. But before we hop into episode 4, let's recap what happened last time. What did happen last time? Okay, so the team almost fell, and then Vrexel was like, I'm a spider. And then he started crawling up the side of a wall, and then Moxie was like, I got this. And Moxie was fine. And like Moxie was like, if I fall, I fall. I'm a monk. Monks. They all did some quick thinking, and then things happened, and they saved themselves, and then they traveled through the dungeon sphere, this first level dungeon sphere that they're on, until they reached this kind of like opening that like inclined upward. And instead of moving forward, they were trying to be clever and finding another way through. And Vrexel started exploring, once again being a spider, found a tunnel that was inhabited by various beetles that then started biting and assailing him. And it was wonderful. I was very happy as a DM. It was also because of poor rolls that this happened. So I think it was what roll did you fail? I think
Natural
it was
2 investigation check. That was
yep, it was terrible.
all the fun.
And then after the beetle incident, they decided to continue into the dungeon up that inclined path, where they found almost like temple structure with like stairs and whatnot, and at the top of these stairs was a golden monkey. Definitely didn't metagame anything and decided to try the Indiana Jones trick where you swap the monkey for a bag of sand. And
we checked for traps. That's totally a legit Dungeons and Dragons thing to do.
luckily Braina pulled off a very good sleight of hand check and was able to avoid a giant boulder crushing them all. Doing the whole like rolling through. Ah,
I would have punched that boulder in the face. It would have been fine.
After retrieving the golden monkey and realizing that it wasn't magical, it was just something that might be worth some gold pieces, they started investigating this area, and they found a secret door through a secret tunnel. And once they got through this door, they emerged into a manor house bedroom with a giant king-sized bed and whatnot. But all was not as it seemed, as the ceiling started descending upon them. And 3 boggles with slimy goop all over the place started being pure beings of chaos. And one of them had a key. And so, upon offering some little pieces of jerky and almost killing a boggle with the heat metal spell, the key was retrieved, and the team was able to get out of that room without being crushed by the ceiling. Wonderful. However, as they left and retrieved a special item that awaited them as their reward for completing this challenge room, they found themselves in the checkpoint. And the checkpoint is a safe zone where they don't have to worry about the dangers of the tunnels or the dungeons or other teams. It is a safe zone where there is no combat allowed. And they have not yet gone to sleep for the night, because the last time that we saw our team, Reaper, they were in the tavern. What occurred in the tavern? Well, after some shopping, they went to the tavern, and
Braina immediately decked a kobold in the face on accident.
Yeah, the kobold was trying to sneak up on her, doing all tricky trick. And yeah, so they met a couple other teams. They met Team Hydra and Team Kraken. Team Kraken is the water-themed team with sea elves, tritons, what have you. And they also saw Team Hydra, the one that is known as the wildcard team. And on this Team Hydra was our friend Egg, who then revealed to everybody, specifically Vrexel, everybody as players, not as characters, but specifically to Vrexel, the character, that Egg wishes to destroy everyone on his team for the humiliating defeat at the trivia competition at the opening festival before this show began. And thus, Egg has declared himself the arch nemesis of Vrexel, and we'll see what happens later on with that. And then Kanari went to go do a video chat with her parents, and it was a wonderful discussion where Kanari was able to ask about some of the dark, spooky things that were happening to her. And after some awkward suggestions of marrying Vrexel and abandoning her friend Moxie, Kanari hastily shut off the video screen, and that is where we ended last time. And so, we will return back to the tavern where everybody is drinking, and Kanari is just emerging out of the Scryervision view screen rooms and rejoining her team.
Kanari will sit down at the table with Vrexel and in Gnomish just go, "My parents say hi."
Oh, well, tell them I say hi back. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. I did. And then Kanari will turn back to Moxie and Common and say, "I tried to get them to like you, but they really just weren't listening. I kind of got steamrolled there."
One day?
One day they will like you, I promise.
Oh, don't worry. One day we'll be married, and they'll have to like me.
I mentioned no such thing.
Moxie winks.
And Kanari will just sit there with a glass of water and just hang out.
A member of the Team Hydra approaches you. One of the members. This one is the one of the Tritons. He walks up to you, and he seems to have like little bits of like coral and stuff in his hair, and he smells almost like the ocean as he walks up, and he says, "Hey, are you not going to drink tonight? It's a wonderful time to celebrate."
I'm flattered, really. I just, I don't know, not much of a drinker.
But...
Brayna comes to the table with, like, mugs of ale for everyone.
I'll make an exception for Brayna, though. And Kanari will grab the mug and just cheers the Triton.
Hey, what was your name again?
Kanari Lenhareth.
Kanari, and the friend that brought the drink?
Hi, I'm Brayna.
Oh, very nice to meet you. And I think I recognize you. You're Moxie. You kicked the shit out of Boy.
I sure did. It was a great time.
And Vrexel's at this table too?
He is. He's kind of just like 1,000 yards staring still after that. Just like still processing the egg conversation, but he's there.
Well, and so I remember Vrexel as well, but I cannot remember the name of your sorcerer friend.
Umbrin Orion. A pleasure to meet you. I will lift my drink at him and then return it back to the table.
You haven't touched your drink.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, well, we all have our preferences. Now.
Yes, because of my weak constitution and not the fact that I am an automaton. That is most definitely why.
Brayna's like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I'll just take that one back. Thank you.
Double fisting it again.
Yeah.
He leans in close to all of you, and he says,
is he evil too?
Now, what say you give me a... Let's say you give me a payment for information of the Exit Guardian, the large monster that you will have to fight as we exit. Our team has seen it, and we are selling the information.
Did you run or were you defeated?
Oh, we wanted to make sure that we were properly prepared for such a task. So,
Insight check. Not great. 12.
You think that you're like, yeah, it makes sense that like to prepare. Yeah, this guy's smart.
You lie.
Looking at the...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, you go.
Just looking at the rest of this individual's party, do they look like they are beaten up? Do they look like they have recently been in a rough scrap? Anything to clue in like what kind of fight they might have gotten into if they got into one?
You can roll me a perception check to see.
Oh, that's not great. 7.
As far as you can tell, they're all cleaned up. They might have even taken like a bath or something when they got here. So what do you say?
What team was he from again?
Team Kraken.
Oh.
Canary will lean in and say, well, all of us told you our names, but you haven't told us yours. And no offense, but I don't really trust people who don't tell us their names.
Very fair. I always forget who knows me and who doesn't. Where I'm from, I am well known, so I just assume that people know me. My name is Corinth. I am a Triton, and I live here among these islands. Grew up on the shorelines, and it has been. I'm very happy to represent my people in this Dungeon Sphere season.
How many Tritons does he have on his team? Just him?
Him and another one.
Are you both representing, or?
Oh, yes. My friend over there also is representing. We joined together. Grew up together. It was we're best friends, and we decided to partake. So anyway, the matter of the payment. He's getting pretty not aggressive, persistent.
Bray's kind of gonna stand up, full dwarven height of 4 feet 8 inches or whatever I said. I don't even know.
Very, very tall for a dwarf. That is pretty intimidating.
Is that what I said? I can't remember. I have to look at my stuff. Let me see. I think it was 4'8".
It is 4'8", yeah.
Yeah.
But still, that's an impressive height for a dwarf.
So yeah, she stands up to her full 4'8" height. Now, you're not trying to be intimidating, are you? Because that won't work around here.
Oh, pardon me if I was coming off as intimidating. It is not my intention. I simply have other things that I need to do, but I wanted to at least give your team a chance to get a leg up in this competition.
Well, now, here's the thing. If you're trying to sell something, you gotta tell us how much you're trying to sell for. Otherwise, there's no point in even trying to negotiate.
True. Well, luckily, since it's only level 1, the information isn't too costly, so 25 gold pieces should do it. Let's consider it a tip for my services.
So, can I...
no services.
Can I do an insight check just to see...
if he's actually knows, is actually going to tell you the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's garbage. That's a 12.
You believe what he's saying. There's nothing that sticks out to you as like sus.
I don't know. He's pretty sus.
Seems sus.
What pardon my implication here, but what proof do we have that any of the information you'll give us is true?
You see, there is no proof.
Well,
I think you've answered your own questions then.
I'm a gambling man, and I assume that others might be as well.
That's not a gamble. That's just blunt. Okay.
It's a gamble on your part.
A gamble on our part to believe the information that you're giving us, but I don't know. It seems interesting that you would seek to avoid a challenge if you're a gambling person, aren't you not?
Oh, we're not avoiding it. I've watched the Dungeon Sphere seasons of past, and every team that has tried to take on the Exit Guardian too early without acquiring magic items and equipment and such has been totally destroyed. To prepare is to be safe.
True. And it sounds like you need a little bit more coin in order to prepare. Unless I'm just making bold assumptions.
More so, I want to do an exchange with your team as a way to show a little good faith, but also to remind you that information and such doesn't come free. putting a price on it means that we are not allying. Does not mean that I owe you anything or you owe me anything. Because favors can be dangerous here.
Indeed.
Are the other members of his team in the tavern with us?
Yeah, they're all there. The other Triton is pretty relaxed, like a very calm demeanor, not really too loud. But the sea elf is pretty loud. She's her cheeks are like a little more purple against her bluish skin. And then the other two members of their team are having a pretty in-depth discussion with one of the members of Team Hydra, the tall high elf woman. You know what? If you do not want to make a decision on this now, we can always come back to it. You can find me or I can find you. And you can think on it. Or, if you have any way of contacting me, in the dungeon in the future, I might be able to share that information with you on a later date, so long as the payment comes with it.
Well, we'll definitely keep that in mind. And if you do ever need any more information, I suppose that you'll want the same treatment.
Of course. But like I said, not an allyship. Business exchange.
Very well.
Well, bye then.
All right. Y'all have a good day. He leaves and then he goes to talk to the other Triton. The two of them have a little discussion, but then the other Triton stands up and they both leave the tavern.
I don't know that I think he would even tell us the truth, because why would he even do that? That doesn't even make any sense.
What a bad salesman.
Well,
If we were to see the Exoguardian ourselves, would we not just walk away if we felt unprepared? If that is what they had done?
That would cost us time, though, wouldn't it, to try to get back here?
Not here, but to find more challenge rooms, perhaps.
mm-hmm.
Oh, if we find a challenge room, we teleport. We can choose to teleport back here.
That's true, but it would. I guess the like trade-off would be saving time, without having to try to, do more. I mean, I don't really want to pay him, but
He was not very good at what he was attempting to do.
Does somebody with a cleverer tongue than I want to go try and maybe chat up that sea elf, see if, sounds like you had a run-in with the Exit Guardian. See if she even knows what he's talking about. You walk up and they go, what are you talking about? Then we know that he's lying.
I don't know if we want to try and make any enemies right now. I mean, I think that might be a good idea, but...
Intoxicated, yes?
You look over and she's like trying to dance with the halfling of the Team Hydra and her drink is sloshing out of her glass cup.
Oh, dear.
Canary singing some sea shanties.
Canary will set her drink down and go, try and... just make sure that she's doing okay.
Yeah, Umbra's gonna join in on that. If she's drunk, she might willingly just tell us.
As you approach her, she's going to look at you. One eye is half closed, the other eye is open, and she says, "Hey, you scurvy dogs! It's so good to see you. Oh, come." Gestures to Umbran to get closer to her.
I will get as close as she will allow me to get.
She holds out her hands.
Then.
Let's dance. Let's go. Yo ho, the sea smells of brine. I want you to be forever mine. She starts spinning you around, and some drink splashes on you as she takes a swig.
I'm Umbrin, by the way, and you are?
Hey, you can call me Aquaria.
Aquaria, a lovely name. Aquaria, we talked a bit to Corinth back there. Oh, what a bloke he is.
Yeah, backhand him almost on the daily.
Oh, I feel like it might be mutual between the two of you. Did not seem too fond of your recent performances.
Excuse me. I have been nothing but fantastic.
I can see that, but he does not seem so convinced. Especially that run-in you had with the Exit Guardian. Yikes.
He told you about that.
Loose lips on that one for sure.
Give me a... We're going to do deception check at advantage because she's drunk.
Yeah.
Can I try and guide the halfling away? Like, take their hand since she's dancing with Umbrin, can I try and dance with the halfling?
One is a 4. The other one's an 18 plus 7. 25.
She's like, that bastard. Oh, I'm gonna have to give him a quick whack. With the broadside of my rapier. She pulls out a rapier, she like swishes it through the air. Just whack. Whack. And then the halfling sees Kanari approaching, and he has this pretty big grin as she approaches. He looks her up and down and says, "What's up, good looking?"
Hi. I saw my friend over there stole your dancing partner. Do you want one?
Yeah. You know, I could always use a dancing partner that has I like taller women, so I'm very excited about this. Do you want to lead?
Kanari will just grab his hand and just start, pick him up and just start twirling away.
Real people pleaser, that Kanari Lanara.
Her eyes are just wide the entire time, like just to Umbrin, just.
And back to Umbrin and Aquaria.
A fine lady like you must have some
back.
Quite exciting stories. Maybe you tell me a little about the Exit Guardian.
I promised my team that I would not say anything about it.
Oh, come
Nothing.
on. Just a little something.
Nothing.
I mean, you've been so delightful so far.
Thank you. People say that I am very delightful all the time. Ooh. Okay, I'm good. Anyway. Yeah, so the Exit Guardian. Pretty big guy. We saw him, and then we're like, no, we cannot do that. That is a big old white whale, but we are not ready for it.
I totally understand.
And
Did it do anything like super cool and destructive that you guys saw, or just the size of it was enough to?
it was so ugly. It made me want to throw up just looking at it. But I can't tell you what it is. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I understand. Thank you so much. One more dance, and then I do have to get running. I've got an important call to make.
Roll me a performance check.
17.
Your dance is pretty good. She seems to be pretty impressed with your moves. She's not quite as graceful in this moment, but once you are done, she gives you a deep bow, almost falls over when she does it, bumps into the table a little bit, and she says, "You know, it was good meeting you."
You
It was
too.
good
I hope
me-
we see
meeting.
you later sometime.
Have a great night, Umbrella.
That's
She
my
just
name.
goes and sits back down. The halfling, dancing with Canary, he says, "Oh, what's that?"
What's what?
As you look away, you just hear a and when you turn back, he's gone.
Okay. And Canary will just turn around and just walk back to the table and sit down.
When you turn around, he is standing on the table. And then he does a little tap dance. Ah! That was my magic trick. I hope you liked it. Good looking.
I did very, very much. It was very delightful. Sorry, I'm kind of concerned about the drinks. Do you mind if I just...
He hops down off the table. Well, if you ever need another dance partner, you can always come find me.
I definitely will. It was a pleasure.
He holds out his hands for you to kiss it. The name's Bartholomew Fairytale.
Bartholomew. It's a
Fairytale.
Bartholomew Fairytale. I will.
Fairytale. The fourth.
Oh no, that's worse.
Canary just kisses his hand and goes, "Okay, we are good to go here." And she'll just like pat him on the shoulder and sit back down. With the party.
Brayna will hand Canary another mug of ale.
He claps his hand. Ilaria! The high elf turns and looks. She rolls her eyes. Can I help you, Bartholomew? I am ready to dance with you now. No. She turns back. She does to play hard to get. And then he scurries on over her to bother her some more.
What a gross little man.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's at this time that Brayna thinks that it's a good idea to go talk to her family.
Well, yeah. So I think I see one of the booths open. I'm gonna go chit chat with my dad real quick. I'll be back in like 10.
Egg leaves the booth as you go to make your way in. He just looks at you and gives you a big smile and says, "Hi."
Hi, Egg. How's it going?
It's going really good. I was really impressed with your display at the opening ceremony. Good job.
Oh, thanks. You did pretty good on the quiz show too. Too bad you didn't win.
His entire face just drops.
To see this.
He looks away and then he continues walking.
Rage. It's so perfect.
He just walks back to his seat, pulls out his notebook and starts intensely writing.
You just got added to his list.
What? That totally wasn't my
Now he's
intention
got
at all.
two nemeses.
That was definitely not my intention in bringing that up. No way. Not a chance. And Brayna
And
walks
you-
in the booth.
Enter the view screen booth. You're pretty familiar with the Scryervision portal. You know that back at your family little hole, there is one in the main living area where everyone loves to hang out during the day.
Perfect. Brayna will boop, 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 boop. Call home.
And then it turns on and the view screen shimmers. And before you see your mother, Baria Ironbeard.
Barla, yep.
Barra?
Barla.
Oh, that's an L. Barla.
Mhm.
And your sister, Helene Ironbeard. Helene was braiding your mother's beard into little beard
perfect.
ponytails.
You've been practicing, Helene. Good job.
Oh, it's you! Oh my gosh! Oh, you're here! Oh, you're doing so well! And then your mom says, "Hush, Helene, hush."
Ma, be nice.
Brain, my dear, you haven't.
Uh-oh.
You're doing
What did we
so
lose?
well. We lost Wyatt. How did we lose Wyatt?
That's
no.
new and interesting.
Nari!
No, the curse is spread. I'm so sorry.
No! Canari's not that important.
No.
Oh no, I can go this way. I'll go this way. Then my head will be still in my bucket. There we go.
Oh, Braina, you're doing such a good job in the dungeon sphere. We're all so proud of you. You hear in the background.
It's been so fun.
Who you talking to?
Except for
Oh, it's Braina! And then you hear everyone in the house just yell, Braina, Braina, Braina! And you see just like a whole slew of dwarves just like run in. You hear some crashing. Like there's definitely a vase that you remember in the hallway. It's just like,
oh guys, be careful.
and some of them are covered in soot. Some of them are covered in different like little burn marks from working on the forge. Your brother Johan, the young Johan, not your grandpa Johan.
Yep.
Johan
the Younger.
He actually has his eyebrows burnt off. Eyebrows. I said eyebrows. Eyebrows. Eyebrows
Johan,
burnt
you
off.
need to be careful by the forge.
You know,
What are
sis,
eyebrows if not bras for your eyes?
You know, sis, it's hard to work. It's hard to be careful around the forge without you making sure that we're all doing safe stuff. So we miss you in the forge, sis. It's a.
Well, I miss the forge, but if I win this thing, it'll be so great for the whole family. I promise.
Yeah, you'll be able to get us new hammers, right? That was Alexa.
Well, I could just make new hammers already, so that's not why I'm here. But I could.
Oh.
Maybe we'll find some. Maybe we'll find some hammers. I don't know.
Oh, what do we need? Yeah, we need to expand. We have too many children, too many hands on the forge. We need bigger forge. Oh, okay. Braina,
Yes.
what are you calling for?
I just called and
Are
say
you
hi. We got to the checkpoint, so I can make a call. So we're here for like, I don't know, some time. I don't know, a little bit.
You know, you were the only one that actually watched that Dungeon Cube show. All of us weren't that interested. But you
Well,
always seemed
it's not a
interested.
cube, it's a sphere. But yeah, I mean, it's a good time. You guys should watch it. You should watch it. You should watch it more after, even after I'm done. I promise it'll be a good time.
All right, I might do that. Who are you talking to? That's your dad.
Dad, what you doing?
Oh, is that my sweet little Braina? He goes and he puts his face all the way in the thing. Braina, I miss you so much.
Dad, you
It's just,
you don't need to be that close, but I miss you too.
Oh, but how are you gonna see me if I'm not up close?
It's a camera, Dad. It goes the whole room.
Dad, you need to let all of us get in the screen. Yeah, husband. Get out of there.
What's your mom's affectionate nickname for you, Dad?
They're not creative. Braina's the
well,
creative one.
To be fair, her dad calls Bella Cubby.
Aww.
Oh, Cubby. But it's my daughter, my sweet little one. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, Dad, but
Get a
I'll
handle
be
on
home
your-
soon enough. I'll be home soon enough.
Get a handle on your emotions. She shoves him. Now. And then he goes in and he kisses her on the cheek. She says, "Oh, shucks."
Yes. But
Are you
anyway,
okay?
I'm fine. I mean, did you watch it at all?
Yeah, we've been watching every day.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we've
there
been
was
watching every day.
there was that little bit that was not so great, but other than that, it's been fine. It's been fun. I've been hitting lots of stuff.
Yeah, we saw
That's-
that moment with Andrew. We're sorry that happens. Your dad said that he wanted to fist fight that canary after doing that to your brother, but I tried to remind him that it wasn't real.
He's
Yeah,
not
I'm
the
so-
only one, Dad. It's okay.
She's not even here. I don't know what happened to Wyatt. Luckily, we got through Wyatt's view screen, Canari's view screen stuff. Well, you know, Canary. She seems to be like a pretty good person. If you should try and make her your friend.
I understand why she did what she did. It was sucked in the moment, but it's fine. We're not friends.
Okay. Well, ever since your name has gotten out there, the Ironbeard name has been attracting quite a bit more people to our forge. So,
Well, we always did make the darn goodest hammers around, so obviously people should be coming.
yes. So, since we're getting a little bit more people coming in, and the publicity and all that's helping out a lot. We're gonna they press a button on the view screen, and there's a little table underneath the view screen, and all of a sudden, what materializes on that table is a little sack. Here, just a little thank you from the Ironbeard Forge. Consider us one of your sponsors.
Oh,
Well, I'm sure this is going to be exceptionally helpful.
If you
I
check it out,
appreciate it.
it's 100 gold pieces.
100, nice. Okay. She's not going to look at it right now, but yeah.
Alexa chips in. Yeah, we all chipped in for that. Helene.
Well, I greatly appreciate it.
Just don't spend it all in one place.
I mean, it may already be spent,
Oh,
so
oh, you spending it now. Maybe that handsome little gnome on your team.
Family 2 trying to get married to Rexel over here.
He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, and he seems to be able to make some pretty cool things.
He does make some pretty cool things.
Yeah, I should bring him to the forge sometime.
After we're done here.
Your mom winks at you.
Lady Killer!
Brandon just kind of shakes her head like, Ma, you you are something else, I swear.
Well,
but yeah, that's I mean I just called to say hi, so anything fun happening there?
Well, your grandma, Stoutstone, she's been doing well.
That's good to hear. I think I see. I mean, I know when people aren't, and she kind of holds up her arm. They just kind of show.
Right. The chosen one and all that. When
is that what you guys are calling me? I really don't like that. You know it.
Well, there's always one each generation. And you're this generation's chosen one to carry on our ancestors' legacy. Your grandma's pretty proud of you. This is your mom talking, by the way.
Okay. Well, tell her I miss her because I haven't seen her. I'd like. Hopefully, she can be here next time.
Canary's back.
Yay!
Xfinity.
It's fine.
Your grandma, my mom, she says that she's gonna get all her kids together for a viewing party sometime soon. So,
Even Uncle Oleg.
even Uncle Oleg, yeah.
Awesome.
I know that he's a
little bit of a curmudgeon, ain't he?
Yeah, and he's got that leg problem. But he'll probably be there.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad all of you were able to talk, but I think I probably should head out. Been in here for quite a bit. I think I only get 10 minutes. And, yeah.
All right. Well, this is Alexa. It was good seeing you, sis.
You too, sis. I will be... We'll have to do some stuff together when I get out here, okay?
Okay. We love you. Yeah,
love
we
you
love
too.
you. Have a good rest of your time in the dungeon sphere, and please don't get murdered.
No worries. I do the murdering.
All right, that's what I like to hear from my little girl. My little girl. I love you. I miss you so much.
Dad, back away from the camera. You're gonna ruin
it. Your mom like shoves him, and then there's like a little bit of like a scuffle and some arguing, and then the view screen just goes black.
Okay, bye. And then she grabbed the bag and head out.
I have an Echo Dot next to me, and so every time I said your sister Alexa's name, it just like.
I did it for you.
That was the plan all along.
All right, so Wyatt, where'd you go? What the heck?
You're also going to have to watch the replay on that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's something very important that you missed.
Important is a strong word. I wouldn't look that much into it.
Oh no.
You can read the notes.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh yeah, the notes. I can't wait for the notes. All right.
And then that bugbear came in. It was crazy.
All right. So as Brayna leaves to join the rest in the tavern scene is settled down into the various teams. Each team seems to be sitting with themselves now. For the rest that are there, Egg and the high elf woman have actually left the tavern by now. And so, who would like to do their next view screen? Or who would like to be the next on the view screen?
Moxie will slip in really quick. She figures, why not call the Order of the Owls now? We'll just get it over with.
All right. So Order of the Owls, as a refresher, you ran away from to join this, right?
She just didn't quite tell them that she was going to do it. She's supposed to be doing, like good works as like
Good
a liaison
Samaritan
in the
stuff.
area. Yeah, just taking jobs and healing and stuff like that. And for the most part, instead, she's been taking on like 1 or 2 jobs and really just fighting the whole time. So.
Yeah. Is there anyone in specific that you would like to call?
Probably just her old mentor. A very probably short-tempered when it comes to Moxie, human person. I don't really have anything more about that.
So you were going to call Hawken Velenquest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you slip into the rooms discreetly, like you don't want anyone seeing you, or?
No, she's just gonna kind of go in, I guess.
Okay, so you saunter in, the view screen is there. You've worked one of these before, so you know to basically like press the button and think the name of the person that you're trying to see. And if there's a view screen near them, it'll turn on.
All right, well, Moxie will do that.
All right, and as it powers up and shimmers to life, you see a human man, Hawken Velenquest, who is taller than you, probably around 6'2", and he has one of those like shaved heads where it's only shaved on the sides, and then he has the hair which comes down into like a braided ponytail. And he seems to just be reading this little book as you recognize, a book of prayers that he goes through in a meditative way whenever he has downtime. And as he sees the view screen, he turns, he looks at you. What the hell, Moxie?
Hey, it's been a while. Nice to see you. How you doing?
How am I doing? I am doing wonderful. Most wonderful. Now that we have a member of the Order of the Owls on screen, on Dungeon Sphere, promoting violence?
I don't know that it's violence, really. It's just,
Promoting slaughter?
We kill monsters all the time.
Yes, but not for sport.
Well, they're trying to kill me in the dungeon, so I don't see the problem.
How did you even become part of this?
Well, I've told you about my best friend Kanari, that I definitely met
I love
through.
Kanari.
Yeah, I met her through obviously doing all the good works in this city.
She has a good influence on you.
And she was joining. Her parents were kind of pushing her into it. So I couldn't just let her go by herself. She doesn't know a lot of the world, and
Right. You said that Kanari joined.
Yeah.
Kanari.
She's here. You've seen her on my team. You're watching, right?
Yes, no. Sort
Okay.
of. I saw a brief little bit when someone showed me, and then I got mad. And then I haven't watched
punched
since.
the mirror.
Okay, well, how was that any different than, when I lived there, when I was training, sometimes when I write home? I mean...
But you said Kanari joined.
Yes.
Small little Kanari.
I don't know how to say it any... Are you sure that your mind is okay?
Oh, whatever. Moxie?
Yes.
I
am so proud of me. I would be too.
I'm proud of me too.
Will encourage you to be a good example for those watching. To promote the Order of the Owls in a good light. And then maybe, Matilda, I will accept this course of action you've chosen.
Well, how are you going to know if I'm doing all that if you're not watching?
I have people reporting to me.
All right, well. I mean, I was trying to impress you, but fine.
No matter what, I hope that you're okay. I hope that whatever near-death experiences that you've had have been thrilling.
Oh, it was so fun.
Was it?
Yeah. I got hit by this giant thing, and it took me for a really big spin. It was great. It hurt, but it was great.
Okay, that does sound a little fun, but...
Yeah, thank you. Plus, sometimes I heal people, thank you.
I remember my youth. I remember having to get that stuff out, but I have calmed down. I am grown. I am an adult. One day, you may be as well.
You still seem pretty worked up to me, so maybe one day.
I am practicing diligent control over my emotions. I believe I tried to teach you that as well.
Maybe. I don't remember that part. I was really interested in the punching.
Right. I am aware. No matter. Just remember to always say your prayers. Not to let your emotions get the better of you. And make sure to protect Kanari.
I mean, that's, the last one is a given. The other two are like 50-50, so.
Right.
I may have forgotten my prayer book at home. Like at the monastery when I left a couple years ago.
I'll send you one. Yeah, presses a button and a tiny little prayer book appears in front of you.
I got it, thanks.
There you are. Remember to say your prayers 5 times a day.
I don't know if I have time for that in a dungeon.
And remember to fast every 7th day.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
But at the end of the day, I am proud of you that you are choosing your own path.
Thanks. I well, I suppose I could call again next time I'm in a tavern thing.
Don't you get a wish at the end if you win?
Yes.
What are you gonna wish for?
Well, I figured maybe like some stuff or things or memories. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. I just wanted.
Oh, your memories.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Well, I mean, if you had led with that, I might have been more forgiving.
Well, I mean, the point is to be the best. So, I mean, I just,
Moxie, I'm going to tell you one thing, and I'm going to try to make it as clear as possible for your simple mind.
That's rude.
You have the potential to be the best. And I believe in you. But you're not there yet, so remember to fast, pray, meditate, and...
I have to go. I'm out of time. You're breaking up.
And to control on your emotions, and then it goes... Bloop.
Moxie just like looks at the prayer book and is like... and mumbles as she leaves to go drink a little bit more.
Wonderful.
Hey, Moxie, as she comes out, you want to go to that sparring pit at some point? Get a fight on?
Hell yes.
Brayna, how many drinks have you had so far? And are they affecting you at all? As a dwarf.
So I mean,
I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I have advantage against poison, so I've had like 5 or 6. I feel like she might be.
Oh, that's nothing.
She might be, ready to have like 5 or 6 more, and then maybe she'll be an issue.
Maybe buzzed a little bit.
Maybe.
Wonderful. All right. So, does anyone else want to go to the view screen? I know that Umbrin had a specific purpose. I don't know if Rexel has anyone that...
No, Rexel was actually... You said there was a library here?
There is a library of... it's not a comprehensive collection, but it has a decent amount of information on dungeon creatures, magic, arcana, magic items, lore, that kind of stuff.
Rexel's gonna head to the library and just look for anything he can find about the process of infusing magical energies, sort of battery style, into gems, stone, wood, things like that. He's got his eye on an infusion he wants to try and make, but he's gonna take a look to see if he can find any information about that.
Wonderful. Is it an official artificer infusion?
Yeah, it's
on the
list? it's the one that basically mimics a ring of spell storing, but it's not called that.
Cool.
Yeah, there's one next level that looks at that. So he's just gonna do a little looking around. Whatever he finds, he'll jot some things down, and then he'll probably go for a little walk in sort of the wooded area, try and find some just some spare wood that he can maybe try and craft into some like rings. Mm-hmm. Also kind of for this purpose, and just sort of walk around in that space for a little while.
All right, so you can give me an Arcana check for looking up the infusions and knowledge of that sort of thing, and then you can give me an investigation check or survival check to try to find wood and other stuff that you can use for crafting purposes.
It's definitely going to be investigation. The Arcana was a 14.
You find the basics for this infusion that you're thinking about. Since you'll be able to acquire it as an artificer, you learn enough to be able to make it, but you also find knowledge of other types of magical storage while you're doing it. Particularly, yes, the ring of spell storing, which this the books on artifice and whatnot that you find sort of give allusion to and reference when trying to construct your own sort of spell storage. But it also gives you details of an item called a Pearl of Power that contains magic potential that you can then draw from to regain your own magical power spell slots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so that piques your interest a little bit too.
Definitely. Yeah, it's the spell refueling ring. He's doing a little digging at that. But that's it. That's it for him.
All right. We'll do the investigation check after we do Umbrin's view screen session.
Well, Lord Silveronia is one of those enigmatic inventor types, so I don't actually think he'd be awake right now. He gets up at like 2 a.m. and works through the night since that's when all your best ideas come in. So Umbrin wanted to swing by the shop while it was still open before, because hopefully we'll leave relatively early in the morning.
The great thing about having ghost shopkeeps is they never go to sleep, so these places are always open.
So it would be rude to come in at midnight like sell new stuff.
It would be rude to the ghost illusions, hologram things.
It would be rude.
Holillusion. I need to come up with like a Scryervision term for illusory hologram things. That would be fun. Ryan, we'll talk about that later. Ryan's our production person for anyone that's watching. I haven't even checked chat in a minute. Who is in chat? Bishop of Rome? Oh my gosh. Honored to have a bishop from Rome. Yes, so you go to
Kanari, did you want to go to the shop too before I walk there by myself and not check in with any of my party like I've been meaning to do for a while?
Yeah, Kanari will set her drink down. She's only gotten like I think she like downed that one mug of ale that Brayna gave her after she danced with oh gosh, what was his name? The halfling.
Bartholomew Furry Toes the Fourth.
So she would have had that, and then maybe
roll me a Constitution check.
Oh no, just a check.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
oh, that's not bad. 12.
You're a little buzzed after
Okay.
one drink.
She'll have some water, and then we'll go with Umbrin.
Umbrin's been trying to tell people what he learned about the Exit Guardian. They just keep walking away, and he's like, "Oh, okay, no, we'll meet back up later, no problem."
Kanari's just sitting there contemplating her life choices.
Moxie lost interest at So Ugly.
So Kanari and Umbrin are heading to the shop. Brayna, you just got 100 gold pieces. Are you gonna head with them, or are you gonna just go to the sparring
Is my hammer
place?
done?
It should be done by now, and the staff as well.
Okay. Hey Moxie, I'm headed to the smith shop.
Let's go.
Eldgar's Smithery and Shop.
Yes. I'm headed that place. Whatever.
I'm headed to the equipment shop. To you, wise guy.
Wise Guy Supplies. Hey, Wise Guy. I forgot. I remember that the last time I could not do anything other than Southern accents for people, but I'm gonna switch it up today. So.
Well, hopefully you've got all your Southern accents out by now.
Screw continuity. I sure hope I did with all of Brayna's family. All right.
Well, there is a very lot of them to do, so.
Try to differentiate them enough. Anyway.
They're all dwarves. Come on now.
You find yourself at Wise Guy Supplies with Mr. Wise, the wisest of guys. And he welcomes you back. Hey, what's up, friends? How you doing?
I heard you purchased things from inside the dungeon.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you have any interest in these? And Umbrin will pull out the 2 sunstones that he has. Or sunshine shards, pardon me.
Set them on this table, and I'll take a look at it.
I do that.
Thanks, Wise Guy. He starts, takes out this, almost looks like dentist equipment, like the little like poker and like a little a mirror and he starts like poking, shining, and these aren't worth too much, but I might be able to give you 10 gold pieces each for them. Hey.
Sounds fair for something I picked up off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, if you had brought some, some rare glowworms, that would probably be a lot more, but...
I prefer to leave the inhabitants of the dungeon sphere in the dungeon where they belong. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wise guy.
The what they called as the people of the floor, as the conservatorium of rare flora and fauna would say.
Hey, I like the way you think. Hey.
So 20 gold for that.
Yep. So he gives you 20 gold pieces, and then for
I
you,
have quite a few things I need to purchase.
Oh,
I need
okay, we're still going.
10 glass vials, 4 glass bottles, calligrapher supplies, and a grappling hook, which should come to about 25 gold. I would like to roll deception on that.
Okay, you can deceive. You can attempt to deceive.
That's not great. Oh, that's an 11. No, wait,
you know what? I think that's a little cheap for that combination of things.
I mean, I was looking in through the window and I saw the glass vials you have on supply here, and they do not seem to be that high of quality. We have the
highest quality. You trying to pull a fast one on me?
I have seen these vials. Those are made by someone who does not love what they do. I would say those are about half of what they should be.
He gives Kanari the stink eye. Are you part of this too?
I already came in and grabbed bought my supplies, and I complimented you on the lovely climber's kit that you gave me, as well as the beads of nourishment and the beads of refreshment that I bought. So
you know what? You're right. So because of this honest lady right here, I'm gonna give you a deal. How about 35 gold pieces for everything you're looking for?
Most certainly not worth 35. I would give you 30.
Umbrin would also know that Vrexel can create artisan tools. So if you are looking for calligrapher supplies, Vrexel can make those for you.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
Awesome. And I will mention that to Vrexel about getting calligrapher supplies. So then, because I have done the math, and it would be 30, so I was trying to go for 25. Mm-hmm. But now, without that, I'd only need 20 gold worth of stuff, which are all those glass vials and a grappling hook.
19
That
gold
sounds
pieces.
fair. I will hand him the 2 stones.
You're a wise guy.
And I will take 1 gold from him.
All right. The exchange is complete.
I will take out from my alchemist supplies the 2 beakers that come with it, one each holding 4 ounces of boggle slime. I will pour them into 2 glass vials, and I have 8 open glass vials.
Wonderful. Ooh.
And I will replace the 1 glass bottle from my herbalism kit, which had my glowworms in it. I gave that whole thing to the hag.
If you wanna sell that slime that you got there, you could take that to the apothecary.
I don't feel the apothecary and I are on good terms after what happened.
Oh. That is none of my business. Anyway, we're gonna flash over to the smithery where Eldgar sees you approach. Hey, welcome to Eldgar's.
You got our weapons done?
I sure do. He grabs the warhammer, and it's has a new shine to it. It's all sleek, and if you get real close, it smells almost like a charge to it. Oh. Like the smell of after lightning strikes or something. What is that called?
Ozone.
Ozone. Yes, and it has that kind of smell because it's all fresh.
Oh, Breda grabs her hammer and looks at it very inappropriately.
Oh. Eldgar gets close to you and says, I understand.
This is some darn good work. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Can I get my staff?
He just hands it to you. Yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
What is happening?
Everyone's getting ghost laid tonight.
I've lost my internet for 10 minutes, and this is what.
Yeah, Brina will do a couple swings with a hammer.
How's it feel?
Oh, this is amazing. And she's like a little teary-eyed, like, oh my, I can't even. Like, I was a little worried.
I'll do a good job.
You did so good. I just can't even. I just can't even right now.
You should both try it out at the sparring ring.
That was, in fact, our next stop, I think. Hey, Maxine?
Yeah.
As you leave the smithery, you see Canary and Umbrin there. And the sparring area is actually close to the wooded area. They're like next to each other because it's kind of like set away from everything. So you see Umbrin and Canary, and then in the distance you actually see Vrexel headed towards where you're supposed to be going.
Canary, did you need to buy something in there, or were you coming as moral support?
Well, I was coming for moral support, but I realized I could potentially pick up something for a spell. I just have to stop at the Magic Emporium.
Oh, okay.
But
I have to go talk to a gnome about some paper and a couple of pens.
That's at the Magic Emporium too, right? That's the
My
that's
gnome?
the gnome. Yeah, Claudulius.
My gnome? The gnome
gnome.
that is going to make me a calligrapher's kit?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Claudulius at the Magic Emporium.
No, we have the best gnome in the whole town.
Canary will need to see Claudulius, though.
So, Moxie and Brena, you're there. You're seeing them. Do you want to interact, or are you just gonna like be like?
Hi guys, we're heading to the sparring ring. If you want to watch, it might be fun.
I'll come right after. I just got to stop at the Magic Emporium. Hopefully to get something for all of us to live longer.
That would probably be a good thing.
And Umbrin's gonna chase after Vrexel then, right?
Yeah.
All right. So at the Magic Emporium, Canary walks in, and in the you open the door and the bell rings. Ding, 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 ding. And you see a figure in the distance jump up and look around. Welcome to the Magic Emporium! I am Claudulius the Great! How can I help you?
You are so much better than the man I danced with at the bar.
Thank you! I don't know what that means.
We just never noticed. No, the other guy was a halfling.
Yeah, Canary just shakes her head really quick and says, sorry, a great presentation, by the way. I had a couple of questions about a spell component that you might have.
Yes, I provide spell components for every spell in existence. You tell me what you need and I will have it for you.
Righty, then. Do you have 2 platinum rings by chance?
2 platinum rings? I do.
Wonderful.
They're right behind your ear. He like goes to your ear and then pulls back, and he has 2 platinum rings in his hand.
This is the best day of my life.
Forget that teleportation shit. That ain't nothing.
No, are you kidding me? I like sleight of hand. This is beautiful.
Now you see, because these platinum rings are just platinum, each one is worth 1 platinum piece, but because I had to craft them specifically, I have to add 1 gold piece onto both for the crafting cost.
Right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's totally understandable and reasonable.
Technically 22 gold pieces.
For both?
Yes, in total.
Okay. And then out of character dev,
Yes.
the I'm trying to get
the this for?
Warding Bond.
Oh.
And I think the component needs to be at least worth 50 gold each, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I would gladly take it at a discount if it still worked, but just so I'm being honest.
So rewind. These
Yeah.
are worth 25 gold pieces each.
Is that right?
Oh, 50 gold pieces each. Sorry, misread.
There you go. We found it.
Also, Ryan,
They
our
take
producer,
one platinum to make.
Ryan, our producer, who is also our dungeon master for Wednesdays. Did you know that you needed 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold pieces at least? Because Wenry keeps casting that on Wendela, and it shouldn't work because is Wendela wearing a platinum ring? Who knows?
She is. That is the thing that he did. Everything is fine, Dev.
Everything is fine.
Just-
Any
since
chance
it-
I get to screw over Wenry, I'm gonna take it.
Because remember he gave Wendell the ring, and then Dicerius was like, "Oh, are you guys married now?" And Wendell is very confused.
Cute. I don't remember that.
No, just since it had a gold price attached to it, I figured I couldn't just go through saying that I could cast it. Yep. Great. So then
No one needed to know. Could have just been a little secret.
Technically, if you get everyone a platinum ring, you can cast it on anyone.
that is true, but
That would be
even though the
Money.
emporium for the rare flora and
250
fauna
pieces.
was very helpful, their coin purse was
I
not large
have
enough for
money.
that.
If you made everyone buy their own platinum ring.
That is true. Something for next time. And then Kanari will hand over the 100 gold pieces for those 2 rings.
Thank you. And you know what? As a special thanks for visiting me today, I will show you one more magic trick. He pulls out a deck of cards. Take a card.
It's a deck of many things. Don't do it.
Do it.
Kanari takes way too long to decide, and she's just like, this one, and she'll pull it.
As you pull it, it is a 3 of diamonds.
Oh.
Now he shuffles a little bit. Put it back.
Oh, okay. And Kanari will put it back in the deck.
Now remember what card you got, and he throws all of the cards up in the air. They just fly around a little bit, and one of them turns into a little paper crane, flies around, and then lands on your hand. Unfold it. You're supposed to unfold it now.
So
Okay.
it's really yeah, okay.
And it's the 3 diamonds. Oh my god! Whoa!
Amazing.
Magic!
Oh, did you do that?
A master magician never reveals his secrets.
Oh, and Kanari's just clapping,
Now get out!
what? Okay,
I said get out!
that was very abrupt. Okay.
All the other cards turn into paper cranes and start
Oh, no.
chasing after you.
Oh no.
Kanari just is sprinting through the streets, just
As you burst out through the
Help!
door, the paper cranes all burst out with you and begin flapping around until they all disperse into the area.
Oh, okay. And Kanari will just walk back to the sparring pits.
All right. So at the forest where Umbrin and Vrexel are now at, Vrexel gets to roll me that investigation check now,
Oh yeah.
as he is diligently looking for things.
Did I
Maybe-
assist, since I've been in this forest, looking for healing potion supplies? And not finding
Yeah, so Vrexel will get
Yeah.
advantage.
All right. That is investigation 26.
So you'll find some, there's twigs, there's not a lot of wood that has fallen that's of substance, but you get a little bit deeper and get a little bit further away from the town square, and with Umbrin's help, who is using advanced dark vision to spot different things and whatnot, you are able to find some pretty solid pieces of felled branches that are a little bit thicker that you could definitely whittle and carve and create a woodcarver's tool set to shape into however you want to shape it.
Okay.
And it will be pretty sturdy. And all you got to do is put a nice finish on it.
Awesome.
And it will last a long time.
Cool. Yeah, he's looking for something he can kind of whittle it or maybe bend and then glue into a ring for this refueling ring. So something pliable and that will take a good polish, but after a while, find something. Oh, thanks, Umbrin. You mentioned some like calligrapher's supplies that you need?
I would like to request 3 quills, 12 pieces of paper, and a bottle of ink.
Oh, that's easy enough. And
it just requires 1 hour of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Rexel starts laying some things out. Takes his quill, and some other quills kind of fly out of his jacket pockets and kind of hover in the air, and you see them sort of magically like see double, and then there are some extras. Well, this is a start. The rest is going to take me a while, but just. It'll kind of look like this. They're real, but if I need to make anything else, they'll vanish. But I can kind of keep one thing going at a time, and I'll get you the rest of the things later.
Just making a calligrapher's kit in the middle of a forest.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to write notes and attach them to the arrows that I got that take them places.
Oh, that'll be.
Or if we needed to attach them to our silver owl. We could do that. I just think it would be helpful if we had paper.
I agree. That's really smart. I'll finish that up when we get back to the tavern. But
I suppose I will join the others at the arena.
I'm kind of picturing your spider armor as also kind of like a mobile workshop.
A little bit.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah.
A little bit.
So with that, we are actually going to slip into our 10-minute break so that we can refresh, refuel, and void things. Yes. Void intestines.
Stop.
We got it.
Immediately.
There we go.
Everything's done. Bye, everyone.
No, keep saying weird stuff, Dev, just until we're done.
I think we're back! Oh my god, we're back! Ah! Nobody panic. Alright. We had just done a bunch of shenanigans. Kanari was assaulted by foldable origami swans, or whatever they're cranes. And we are heading to the sparring pits, where Moxie and Braina are squaring up against each other with their newly forged weapons.
Gotta test this guy out. I hope you don't mind.
So both of you roll initiative.
Ugh.
Gross.
11.
This is going to be Finn's
8.
voice, the announcer for the Dungeon Sphere.
9.
As a reminder to everyone watching, if challengers are in the checkpoint and they enter the sparring area, they are not thrust out of the checkpoint if they harm or negatively impact other people. However, there is a magic within the sparring area where they cannot die. They can be rendered unconscious and incapacitated, but death is not an option here. Back to you, Glenda. Who's Glenda? I don't know. All right, Moxie, what'd you roll?
A 9.
And Brandon, what'd you roll?
11.
Brandon goes first. Now you two can just duke it out until you're content.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Brandon's-
everyone else is there watching you, right?
Yeah. I would think so. I don't know. Okay. Brenda is swinging around recklessly.
Recklessly means that Moxie will have advantage on all attacks against Brina on her turn.
Yeah.
Well, until Brina's next turn.
Or until Brenda doesn't stop or stops
Yeah.
recklessly.
Which is never.
Yep. So that's a 27 to hit on the first
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to rage, so I will do that too. But after this first attack, so 13 on the first hit, and then rage roar, and all my ancestors come out. And second attack is that's a 16. 17 plus 9. I can math is 26.
Yeah.
For 12 damage. And that's my turn.
Right. So Brandon comes a swinging the Warhammer, dealing some pretty tough blows against Moxie, but Moxie's used to it, and this is just firing her up. And now it's Moxie's turn.
All right, so I have advantage, right?
Mhm.
On everything.
Okay.
All
well,
the
that's
attacks.
good. Okay, well, I'm gonna re-roll this one because it was. Oh. All right, so the highest that I got on that one is a 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I got one that was maybe a 20, but the way that it hit in my thing, it was kind of like off, so I re-rolled it.
Oh, okay.
And it,
Brandon just like shield. No.
yeah, okay.
You hit a shield, getting your bearings. And
I'll go
then
ahead and attack again.
Extra attack.
For that was a 17, 24.
That'll hit.
Okay.
If it's over 20, assume that it hits.
Yeah. And then, gosh, that's 5 damage on that.
So I'll have to 2.
And then, Fury of Blows
Mhm.
for bonus action. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna roll both at the same time. So that's gonna be a 17.
No.
Okay.
It's still an advantage. Did you roll an advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Ooh.
That'll hit. He's like,
So that would be
hit me, hit me, hit me.
7 damage, so doubled 14.
Okay, so and then halved again to 7.
Okay, well then there you go.
you don't want to do stunning strike.
I can't with the Fury of Blows. I should have done it earlier, but I didn't. I forgot. So that's fine.
All good.
And that'll be it for me.
That means
Okay.
that Bryna again. And
My turn again.
you all can just stop. Just whenever one of you wants to, you just tap out. Just like MMA.
Okay. How you doing? You doing okay? Should we keep going?
Oh, I mean, if you hit me again, I'm gonna die.
Best friend.
That was in character. How you doing? You want to go? We still going? We still going?
Yeah,
Brandon's
bring it on.
She's very excited.
Bring it on. It's
Okay.
fine. I'll go down to
Reckless-
1 health again.
Reckless again. 20 something because of 17 on the dice.
Yeah.
That is.
Look, if it's more than 8, I'm
11.
done. Okay, yeah. So,
11.
Moxie has to tap out.
Okay, Moxie, you get hit and you temporarily go to black, but then something jolts you awake and you're left with 1 hit point.
Sweet.
Ooh.
What a good new axe.
That was a good try, Maxie.
Yeah. That's fun.
Breathing hard.
Friendly blood sport.
bruised.
Have fun.
Does anyone else want to go?
Looking forward to sleeping and breakfast.
Oh, Brandon's like, anyone else want to go? This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. No? No? Anyone?
I mean, I would knock
Anyone?
you flat, so I don't think you want that.
Ooh.
Brain hemorrhaging is only fun so many times before you get mad that your friends know magic.
I was gonna
Well,
say.
we should try at some point.
Is
We
it
wouldn't
just
have to now if
weapons?
you don't want to, if you're scared.
Can you use spells, or is it just weapons fighting?
Yeah, it's any type of sparring. Magic sparring, fighting sparring.
Sure, why not? Just for the fun of it.
So Umbrin steps into the ring as Kanari tends to Moxie's wounds.
Kanari will do a prayer of healing for Moxie.
All right, Umbrin, go ahead and roll initiative, and Braina, you can roll a new initiative.
Ugh, garbage.
Modified 20.
4. How far apart are we at this moment?
Let's say that the starting points for each of you is 30 feet apart from each other.
Okay. How big is this ring?
Let's say it's about 60 feet in radius. Nope,
Okay.
diameter.
Ooh, small ring. Okay.
Wait.
I'm ready.
30 feet. 60 feet in radius, yep.
So 120 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm always ready.
All right, let's go. Umbrin will pull out his dagger, cast Shadow Blade, and run forward for a hit. And you roll the hit before you roll damage, which I forget a lot. Does 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Nice. That's 5. 9 points. 4 of those are fire,
Okay.
and 5 of those are psychic.
Okay, cool.
That's not my damage works. Yes.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my
Okay.
turn. I don't get a sneak attack on you.
Because I'm here.
Moxie. Moxie.
You are my friend.
Yes.
Unarmed strikes are considered weapon attacks, so you
Oh,
can use
okay.
stunning strike on them. I
Good
did some
to know.
research.
Yeah, since it says melee weapon attack, like specifically, I'd assumed I had needed like an actual. But
Yeah.
good to know.
The clarification is that unarmed strikes aren't considered weapons, but they are considered weapon attacks. If that makes sense.
But melee weapon attack specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, back to the
Braina
combat.
is going to rage and recklessly attack for a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, that's some garbage damage roll for the first attack. That is 10 damage.
All right.
And then second attack is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Ooh, that's better. 16 points of damage.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Cool. I am going to do a quick. No, I was gonna fuck with you and be mean, but I think I won't. We'll just do a
Go for
straight
it.
up.
Go for it.
fight.
Do it.
Does a natural 20 plus 7 hit?
Yes.
All right. That's what happens when you reckless. Your friends just crit on you. Oh, that was cocked.
Brandy's like, hit me. She wants it, man.
As a reminder to
Okay.
everyone watching, our critical hit system is essentially whatever you roll, you double it.
So I'll give you the good news first. That's 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then that's 28 points of psychic damage.
Cool. Braina, just like, ow, yeah, and then is still in her rage, and
Your nose starts bleeding.
nose starts bleeding a little bit. That's your turn.
Yep.
And she recklessly swings again for 19 to hit.
Yep.
For another 16 points of damage.
Yeah, and
And
Yeah.
as you're
oh
about
no,
No.
nope. This is the first time I've gotten to use it.
What
This
is
is
it?
my strength of the grave. Let's see if I can bounce back with 1 hit point.
Yay! Zombie powers.
Oh, now how do you do it?
Kanar's just in the stand doing like a prayer of healing, like ready just to like get everybody.
This is so great. Brandon's having so much fun.
Okay.
Strength of the Grave is you make a charisma saving throw, and that is DC 5 plus the damage taken. So how much damage did you take?
16 points, so 21.
So that would be 21. So you need to roll higher than a 21 on a charisma saving throw.
But I've got a +7 to my charisma save, so.
Yep.
Pretty good chance.
11 plus 7, 18.
And the DC is 21.
No, it's 21. Oh, you're right.
Dang. So you get
would have been so cool.
hit, and you go to black, and then you're jolted back into consciousness with 1 hit point because of the magic of the sparring place. So your barbarian begins flexing.
And then just kind of goes down to her knee, like, ouch, ouch,
Yeah.
ouch.
Okay.
Ouch.
Kanari comes off of the sidelines with like this juice
How much
box and like
HP did you have,
cookies.
Brenna?
Juice boxing.
So close. Oh, if that 3 was that 3 was a 5.
Kanari will do that prayer of healing for everybody, and they get 12 points back.
And I will note that she would have had more had she not come straight off a fight with Moxie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was all like, oh, she's a little hurt already. Might just jump in there, see if I can take it down.
And then your sparring ends, and you decide to go back to the bed and breakfast where your rooms await you. And you all go to sleep for the night, except Umbrin, who, in the midst of the night, decides to go contact Lord Sorona. So as all of you who need sleep,
Brandon's
Umbrin...
like, you might hear Brandon saying, I told you I was good at hidden things.
Moxie's like, I'm so glad she's on our team.
I would be terrified.
And you all sleep. Umbrin heads to the tavern, goes to the view screen rooms, right?
Yep. He's got a view screen in his workshop. And since it is now like 12:30ish, he's probably up. Just woke up from a power idea nap.
And
4 cups of coffee at this point.
not just coffee. He's rich. They got magic cocaine and shit.
Really fancy coffee.
They got magic cocaine and shit.
Yeah.
So his inventions are so good.
What do you think the rich people, how do you think the rich people in these worlds stay awake and do their things? They got magic cocaine. Anyway, he's awake as the view screen flickers on, shimmers to life, and you see Lord Sorona stand before you. He's a little bit of a thicker man, and he looks at you and says, Umbrin.
Is he sick or is he sick?
Thick.
Nice, good to know.
Umbrin.
Lord Sorona, it's so nice to see you. How have things been going outside?
Yes. Everything is fine. Here, let me go get the clipboard. We'll do the check-in. He wanders over, gets the clipboard that has a series of questions and that he must ask you. And he says, "So, Umbrin, tell me, are your joints functioning properly?
Yep, everything's in order. No problems yet.
Any magical malfunctions?
No, not yet.
Any sudden desires to murder people?
Not more than should be necessary.
Wonderful. Have you formed emotional attachments with your team yet?
As close as I think I can come. I remember caring about people, and it feels like that. Memories of emotions someone used to have.
I've been watching, and I think that it might be pertinent for you to form closer emotional attachments. You have the capability, and research has shown that stronger emotional attachments to people in life or death situations can cause outbursts or increased stamina, performance, and such. So the closer you get with your teammates, the better you and your team will probably perform because of that emotional attachment. So maybe put that on the list of things to do.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Wonderful. Has there been anything strange or anything that you need to report?
I don't know how much you watched, but back at the first challenge room we did, something emerged from the Quicksilver and said that it knew me, or I knew it, but that was odd. I feel like it's just dungeon trickery, not something to dwell on. But when Brenna saw it, it changed again, and she started to cry. That seemed odd.
Yes. Strange indeed. It might have been pulling out a memory from your past life, which is why you had no recognition or emotional reaction to it. So, probably nothing that you need to worry about.
Okay.
But if it happens again, let me know. Or if anything similar. We don't want prior memories to get in the way of your current assignment.
Right.
By the way, you were performing exceptionally well. I do want to commend you on your performance so far from what I've heard and what I've seen. It seems as though you have been engaging in combat quite well. The skills that we have instilled in you and trained you for have seemed to have been paying off. Your strategic mindset seems to be very, very inclined towards success. And I will give you high marks on your skill with that Shadow Blade.
Thank you.
Now, I do have another task for you while you are within the dungeon sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Get me... Oh no, your video cut out. Are you still here?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I wiggled my stupid USB of my camera.
Oh no, as long as you can hear me, we're good. I need you to learn more about Rexel's spider armor. I'm very fascinated in it and how it works and how it operates. And if you get the schematics or information on how he has built such a thing, we might be able to replicate it and use it for our own purposes. So, don't let him know that we desire it. This is a, call it a stealth mission. Perform espionage to get this information.
Of course, I know firsthand how excited, shit, what are you guys called? Nope. They're new artificers. I know how excited artificers always are to talk about their invention.
That is
I was
true.
like, it just came out in Tasha's. What are you guys?
That is true. Well, gather that intelligence and report back to me next time you were able to do so, and maybe you will be rewarded for adequate performance.
Of course, I'd be happy to.
Wonderful. Well, you have a stay safe, stay smart, and remember, intelligence and emotional connections. That is on your to-do list.
Right. Of course.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Umbrin.
Goodbye.
House Serona believes in you.
Okay, bye.
And he turns it off.
Okay, now to go sit in the tavern for 8 hours until my friends pick up. Umbrin does. He walks down, he takes a seat at the table, he pulls out a deck of cards, and he plays solitaire for 8 hours straight.
The barkeep looks at you. Do you need anything?
No.
Oil?
No, people keep
Water.
asking that. It seems weird. What do you intend me to do with it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What about... I have an idea. He goes underneath his bar and digs around, and you hear some... And then he pulls out this, like, crystal that is on this small little platform pedestal thing, and he brings it to you, and he says, this is so at a tavern we stimulate senses. We stimulate the sense of taste, we stimulate the sense of smell, the sounds of the music and such, and this can stimulate lights. If you tap it, it creates a prismatic array of lights that might be pleasing to you. On the house.
It's a disco ball?
It's like a disco ball, sort of. But it's just supposed to be pleasing for the eyes.
Okay.
But don't stare at it too long, or else you might get woozy.
I will turn it on.
It starts glowing and seems to light up the ceiling and whatnot. We use this for fancy parties, but maybe you'll enjoy it.
I will turn it off and set it down, and every 30 minutes I will turn it on and watch it for a while. But other than that, it's just solitaire all the way through.
Every time you turn it on, it almost wakes you up a little bit. Almost it does stimulate you, and it is pretty refreshing every time. Feast for your eyes.
Cool.
All right. After 8 hours of solitaire and disco, everyone wakes up, and Moxie is the first one down to go get the breakfast. The breakfast is
Long rest.
You all get a long rest, and the
Yeah.
breakfast is a menagerie of hotcakes and some potatoes, some eggs that have been scrambled, and different types of breads, just all available for you to consume. Some fried ham, bacon, a good menagerie. And the other two teams, all 10 players on those two teams, are there as well. They filter down and begin eating the breakfast all in a group with each other. It's pretty loud, it's ruckus. The sea elf, Aquaria, she's rubbing her temple. What did I even do last night? Oh God. She just places her head on the table.
Better question is, what didn't you do last night?
So you said it was like a big group table, or are we all in our own sets?
There's multiple different tables.
Okay. Brandon has just like a giant pile of bacon and eggs, a la like Ron Swanson, and yes, is digging in.
Moxie's piled up those potatoes.
Need them carbs.
Potatoes. And bacon and some eggs.
Corinth, the Triton, who offered you the information, goes and sits down next to Moxie. Hey, so, did you put any thoughts into my offer? Did your team?
We 100% did not. Whoops.
In exchange for information, in exchange for gold.
You know,
Umbrin already told everyone what he found out about it. We already have info.
It was large and ugly.
It was big and ugly. What more do we need?
Nothing really, right?
Listen, Moxie. The information that I can provide to you will give you everything you need to prepare for that exit guardian.
I mean, I don't know if you're talking to the right person, really, because being prepared is not in my vocabulary. Let's be real.
So he's talking to Moxie, by the way, before everyone else gets down, or at least while everyone's like getting their food and whatnot. But
I assume Moxie came to sit next to Umbrin. Her second best friend.
Did you go back to the bed and breakfast after the tavern?
Oh. Did we stay at the tavern?
No, the tavern.
No, they're separate.
Yeah,
why
it was
are they
separate.
So dumb.
Because the bed and breakfast is very specific.
Okay, I do want to try to steal the disco light before I leave to go see all my friends because I want to show it to Rexel.
You steal the prism crystal, and the bartender sees you and he just shrugs. He's like, why is he being weird like that?
Excuse you, I'm a rogue. I steal things. Great. I will roll you a sleight of hand check.
So Corinth leans into
18
Moxie.
plus sleight of hand 7, so like 25.
He doesn't actually notice. He's just like,
yeah, don't give me that. He noticed me stealing things.
So he leans into Moxie and says, but wouldn't your team be impressed that you got this information? That you made a call that benefits your team and gives you a leg up. Everyone will be impressed with you. Everyone will think that you're the greatest.
Well, I mean, they already think that. That's already a given.
Oh, but don't you want them to think even more highly of you? I'm gonna roll a persuasion check, by the way.
Okay. I mean, should I roll something against this?
What you do is you get to you can do an insight roll if you want to like figure out what he's really trying to do, or as the person who controls your character, you can set the DC essentially of like what he needs to beat. So if in your mind it would be impossible for him to convince Moxie, that'd be a 30. If it would be very, very, very extremely difficult, that's a 25. It would just be very difficult, that's a 20. If it would just be like a little difficult, that's a 15.
Okay, so, I have.
You don't have to tell me. But I'm still going.
I have a number.
What if I give him 10 gold to leave us alone?
He rolled a 17 on the die, and I don't have a charisma bonus for him, so.
I had set it at a 20, so no.
Fine. If that's the way you all want to go, I'll remember that.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is that I'm not the party member in which you should be asking, because I have gotten this far in life without preparing. I've put some silver, on my staff, and that's about as much prep as this room is probably going to get, other than going into more trauma doors, which I'm pretty excited about. You know what I'm talking about.
Trauma door?
I mean, those doors.
I guess trauma doors.
Well, the first one that we went into traumatized some of my fellow people. So we just started calling them that. But I mean, we've been in like 3 already, and like they're totally fine.
You found 3 so far?
Are you guys not good at finding them, or they just pop out of like nowhere?
Kill him.
2, and we thought that we were on a good trajectory.
Oh, what did you guys get?
That is not information that I'm willing to exchange.
Oh, I was just curious. I'm interested in the prizes.
Prizes are fun. But listen, Moxie, your team should not make an enemy of my team.
I wouldn't say that we're trying to make an enemy. I'm just saying that I'm not.
You don't want to exchange information. So you're doing yourselves an injustice, but also I'll remember that, and my team will remember that.
I mean, we would be happy to change information, just you're asking a very high price
First of all,
for something.
If I remember correctly,
finally walks in.
If I remember correctly from yesterday, this isn't supposed to be an alliance thing, so you can't also use this against me as a like enemy thing. if you're not trying to also make an alliance. Like, you're asking for a transaction, right? Is what you said yesterday, business. And I'm telling you that I'm not your business person.
And you know what they do
I'm here for potatoes and prizes.
Yeah.
And you know what they do with businesses when they have a customer that gives them a problem? They blacklist them.
Do I not know how?
Blacklist them.
Do you not understand that I'm a monk? And business isn't really our thing. Like, I just got told to pray more from my monk people.
I think Brayna comes at this point. Moxie, is this guy bothering you again?
Well,
Ellen Farmer is also going to approach and be like, do we have a problem here?
Look, he's just asking me questions, and I'm trying to be reasonable enough to tell him that I'm not the person to ask, and he's getting very angry at me.
How about we do an actual trade? I will give you this sticky boggle oil, which will be extremely helpful. The apothecary said they would give me 25 gold for it, in even exchange for your information.
That's a deception check now.
Sure is. 12 plus 7, 19.
Boggle oil, you say? That can be used for some interesting things. 25 gold pieces.
Yes.
All right. That's a fair trade.
I hand him the slippery boggle oil.
The slippery one.
I hand him the slippery one.
All right.
Oh, they're gonna hate us next time we run into them.
Listen.
He leans into
I did not
Umbren.
start this confrontation, but I will end it.
He gets closer to Umbren's ear to only whisper to Umbren, and I'm gonna stage whisper.
Thank you. So I can hear too.
The creature that is the Exit Guardian is a type of giant. And that's as far as we know. But I hope that helps.
I knew that already! Give me my boggle oil back!
How did you know that?
How did I know that? You guys ran from it. What else would you run from?
A deal's a deal.
Like cowards.
Other
You ran
giant
like cowards.
things,
Oh my god.
fiends,
Someone hold me back
dragons,
before I bitch slap
hydras.
this man in the tavern.
A deal's a
and we
deal.
get kicked
Moxie
out.
like kind of holds
This is
her
the bed
back
and
while
breakfast.
also just eating potatoes.
Umbren would like to get up on the table.
He's already
I have an
turning and
announcement to
walking
make.
away, by the way. He takes the oil, puts it in his little pocket, goes to his...
To everyone,
everybody.
I would like to do a great service to my fellow combatants so that we may all get further on our good team friends, Hydra, and I forgot you guys' name.
Reckon.
No, it doesn't matter. The Exit Guardian, I have paid good money for this information, is a giant. And it's ugly.
Bartholomew Furry Toes the Fourth looks up. Yeah, we already knew that. We paid for the information like right away.
Well, I've done everyone a great service.
Wonderful service.
And now, I would like to remind everyone that Current Face, as I have learned his name, is a liar and a cheat.
Yeah, we already knew that too.
Well, now we all know. And now everyone at home knows too. Thanks for watching the Dungeon Sphere, everyone. I hope this does great things for his career when he gets out. If he gets out.
Corinth glares at you. And him
You're not the
and
only one who can be
his
annoying, darling.
other Triton turns and leaves the bed and breakfast, mumbling and grumbling. The rest of Team Kraken stands up. They do this as they walk out. And Team Kraken exeunt.
Canary walks downstairs. Hey everybody, what did I miss?
Just
So
like
much.
all of the shit, like Umbren. Are you?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure out what Team Kraken's prize is for killing them eventually.
But Umbren, like, we don't need to make enemies of the teams this quickly.
Oh, but where's the fun in that? Look, that was not on me.
I mean, he was being very
Circumstances
pushy
happen.
with me this morning, so
Arxel, are you down there with them now?
I would be coming down with Kanari, same thing. Like, what is going on?
I wouldn't ask questions.
Kanari just turns to Brexel and just goes, "Okay, so one of us has to get up earlier in the morning. We can trade off days."
Yeah, I'll take next.
Okay. I can grab you food if you want.
Okay.
And Kanari will just go and just start loading up plates of what they both want.
Who's talking about giants? What's going on here?
You know how I found out
apparently-
the information last night that whatever the Exit Guardian was big and ugly? Turns out it's because it's a giant. And now I'm really hoping that boggle oil is not worth more than 25 gold. But I do hope they find out it's slippery.
Okay.
Brina is fully in her bacon and eggs now. Like, it's taller than she is.
Kanari sits down with like a very like nice bowl of fruit and like a croissant for her and whatever Rexel wanted. She'll give the plate over to him too.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so dungeon. Yay.
Oh, Moxie's gonna try to meet the eye of Alan Farmer and just like kind of nod thanks since he tried to be a little helpful.
Nods back. As a reminder, Alan Farmer is the dark-skinned human paladin from Team Hydra.
So dungeon.
Does anyone on the team notice that Vrexel was the only one that didn't go see the view screens?
He's allowed to do what he wants.
I mean, just saying, like that could be an interesting thing if any of the characters would care.
I don't think Brandon would have noticed.
Kanari
Moxie
would wait
would
until
cry.
Kanari would wait until an opportune time to do it, but not in the middle of breakfast after the teams just like apparently we have an enemy now.
Does Umbrin show Vrexel the disco ball crystal?
Yeah. Umbrin would pull out the prism shard and like turn it on and be like, ooh, stimulating. Yeah?
I have a very important question. Is this prism shard worth more than 100 gold pieces?
No.
I wanted to make it. I wanted to make it into the servant and have it fly around the room as a flying disco ball.
Oh my gosh.
If
Well, now
we
I
could
know
find a
what
way
mine.
You're
to
supposed to
put
say
it
yes to that
inside
question.
Soren, I would give you that. I would give you the prism shard to put it or to attach it to Soren in some way.
I could attach it in some way. It would not be the heart of the creature, but
Too
it
bad.
can
We
be
just
done.
need to find one that is worth 100 and then
This can be done.
I think we have a new goal. To find more expensive
screw winning.
prism
We need
shards.
this.
Very important stuff.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of, and then Vrexel kind of rummages down through one of the pouches and pulls out like this nice leather like unrolling case and hands it to Umbrin. And inside there's a few pieces of parchment, but a pretty vast array of like a couple of different quills, a couple of tiny jars of ink, and some other like a little pocket pouch of stand to dry ink and things like that. So a calligrapher's supply set.
Wonderful. Now, if I need to write something, I can. If I write something and put it in my backpack, and you have to recall all of it, will I lose whatever I wrote down?
No.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Anything you write with the calligrapher set won't disappear, but
Okay,
the like ink, the quills and everything will.
Mm-hmm.
The ink from the page?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Consider it whatever the product is stays.
All right, awesome. Cool. All right, was there anything anyone else wanted to do?
Did anyone else have anything else they need to buy, or are we good to go now that Brina's pile of bacon has shrunk significantly?
Oh yeah, at the table, everyone's eating breakfast. Umbrin pulls out his rope and his grappling hook and throws it on the table and starts attaching him. Because this is the opportune moment.
Yeah, why not? All right. So you eat breakfast and it goes very well. It's very filling. You're very happy to finally eat something that's not just rations or bland food that Kanari conjures out of nowhere.
It's a little rude to Kanari's imaginary food.
It's literally the spell description. It's bland.
And there's a reason I bought spice, so it would be better.
Do you have it prepared?
Do I have that prepared? No, I brought beads of nourishment for this so I could have other spells. It's a little bit intense. I'd like to cast Cutting Words on the DM.
It's not a spell. You cannot cast it.
Well, I'm gonna use it. How
I'm gonna
rude.
say mean words to you, Deb, and hopefully they heard.
Vicious mockery.
Okay, so you finish your breakfast and you are thinking that, you know what? It might be time to venture back out. Team Hydra has already left, and you think that Team Kraken might have left already as well.
Pocket
Pretzel,
bacon.
You find a little note underneath your door of your room before you pack up and venture out.
Okay. I'm gonna...
It's a picture of you.
Yep.
But you are like, you have your hands in your legs tied up in a rope and you're being torn in half.
Oh, geez.
It's like a really crudely drawn
Dungeon harassment.
like pencil
Yeah.
sketch. You kind of get the gist of what it is, but it's also a terrible drawing.
Is my name like, is it like an arrow pointing to me?
It just says stupid gnome.
Oh, okay. Well,
The brain is not on the shit list.
You should color it green and then cross out stupid gnome and write stupid goblin and send it
That'll
back
show
to him.
him. That's what you use the animal messenger for.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So you're all packed up. Are you ready to go?
Granny's got her pocket bacon. She's ready to go.
I got a pocket of a little bacon.
Moxie took extra potatoes, so.
See, I didn't need that
That's
spell
hot.
today anyway.
Hopefully it was a big breakfast and it will get everyone through the day, which is how I assume food works.
That should
Just need
last
one
you
thing.
about a week, right? And you make your way out of the archway and back into the dungeon. As you leave this archway, you seem to travel. It almost is like stepping into a portal, and you step out of the door that you had just entered, or that you had entered into to get to the challenge room. And so you're back in that secret tunnel that leads all the way down to the almost like temple-like structure. Except if you go to the end of the secret tunnel, you see that the pedestal and everything has been crushed, and the ceiling has now opened up and is now about 100 feet higher. And at the end of this stairway tunnel, you see the bridge, the natural bridge, had actually been broken, as if someone had triggered this trap.
Do you think it was one of the teams we met that got put here and maybe did it?
Well, when
If
we
Kraken
got
could have
there-
just killed themselves, that'd been great.
Yeah, when we got there, the trap wasn't triggered. But the other two teams were already in there.
That's true.
And no other teams came in to the checkpoint. So it must have been one of the two of them.
Do we see any signs of bodies or anything? Anybody die?
Nope, no bodies.
All right.
Was the only way out up?
This almost was a dead end other than the door, but when you look back, the door is gone and this tunnel actually continues forward.
Perhaps that way?
Deeper into the darkness.
Probably our best bet.
That's the only way to go. Yeah.
Onward to victory.
Hey! So you spend a few hours walking through this tunnel, and then it opens back up into a wider room. And you continue walking. The only way is forward. And I need everyone to roll a perception check.
$21.
21?
12.
8, 12,
15.
13, 15. Braina, you all walk further and further, and after about like 20 more minutes, you see that there's another natural rock bridge that extends over a gorge from one point to the other. And Braina is the only one that hears a strange, like, sound from below the stone bridge.
Do you
Almost like it's vibrating in the
guys
distance.
hear that? You guys hear that? It's buzzing.
No one else can
sound?
really pick it up, as far as you can tell. And
Buzzing sound?
we're gonna switch over to the battle mode.
Let's fight. Let's fight for real instead of just killing each other.
Killing each other is so fun.
Yeah, it's only so fun till someone dies.
And
not
once you're on
so
the
fun
battle map,
anymore.
you should see that all of you are on the bottom portion of it.
Yeah.
And you are standing on this this platform, this big old bridge, and then another platform across it. With strange vibrating sounds coming from
This
underneath.
bridge is buzzing. I have a very bad feeling about that. Do you guys hear it yet?
Oh, Brenna, bridges don't buzz. That'd be weird.
Although
Yes,
I'm
because
assuming maybe we should-
experienced anything weird in the Dungeons Fair.
And then
Glad you agree.
the ground rumbles.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And
I don't like
the
that.
tunnel that you had just left to get to this position caves in,
Oof.
locking
Yeah.
I
you
don't
into
like
this
that.
room, into this massive gorge that falls down into darkness.
Okay. Give me one sec. There's definitely something. I'm gonna peek over the edge and try to see if I can see something under the bridge because I think there's something there.
I will pull out my grappling hook ready to grab Brenna if something grabs her. With my -1 strength.
All right, so go ahead and move your character to the side of the cliff.
I sure will do that when I figure out which one's mine because my green is.
You are the red
it's
one.
This one. I'm gonna go like there-ish.
All right, so that means that Umbrin is close by, just in case.
Just in case.
Now, give me another perception check. This one relies on sight.
Ooh, that's a 23.
Below this bridge, you see what looks like a giant hive. And you see several different giant wasp-like creatures crawling around this hive, carrying massive grubs, constructing the hive, the honeycomb and such, buzzing around and going zzz.
Dislike.
And these insects that you see in the distance
How far in the distance?
are they appear to be about the hive starts about 30 feet down, and so there's these wasps like 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, just like scattered
Like,
around
down the bridge or down the gorge?
down the cliff, underneath the bridge as well. They seem to have taken up this whole area and turned it into one giant hive.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, Umbrin, shh. There's giant bees, and I don't think they look very nice. And
They are large sized, by the way.
Ooh.
oh, where's my thing? Over here. One time We had a bee's nest that tried to make it underneath the eaves of our forge, and we had to spray it with fire. Maybe somebody can do fire?
You've seen the fire I do.
What?
It is one blade's worth.
Mm-hmm.
That is. But the other two teams came through here and did not upset the hive at all. So it must not be too hard if those incompetents could do it. Maybe we just quietly walk through.
You're probably correct. I will note, I'm not very good at quiet.
Well, just be quiet. I don't understand. What do you mean not good at quiet? You just do it.
You would think, yes. And her voice kind of gets a little louder. Well, let's go back. Okay, and she'll walk back to the group. There's some giant bees, and I feel like we might need to kill them with fire. Are we the only ones that come through this way, or do other teams come this way too? Like maybe the other teams had a more different way.
I mean, I'm all for the try to not have to fight a bunch of giant bees route. Who knows how many are actually down there?
I will note that this is over a giant gorge, and we did have some issues falling down some cliffs previously. Perhaps we should wrangle each other together, like with ropes and such, and that way if somebody falls, they won't fall to their death into the giant bees.
Why don't we just take everyone with us? Potentially.
Well, if I'm the anchor, then maybe not.
Yeah, but if
We're not very heavy people. So there's that too. One of us is floating off the ground. That is also a point to keep in mind. I have tried to anchor things to the mech before. It does not work. Those spider legs, not on the ground. Found out the hard way.
The useless tug-of-war anchors.
Kanari will get the climber's kit that she bought ready. Just like have it out and the python available.
You got some of those pythons?
Yeah, I have a few.
Yeah, Umbran also put the 10 pythons that came in his thieves kit, his burglar's supplies into the chest of holding, and an extra water skin, and something else stupid that I don't need.
So
a hammer in there too.
You all
hammer your pythons in.
Can construct some sort of thing to ensure that if you do fall, if something were to happen, you might be able to save yourselves from a plummet to your doom. So we're establishing that. And so if you would like to try and cross this gorge, I need everyone to roll a stealth check.
Before we do this,
good at being quiet, guys.
Is there anybody who really feels like they need the help on this?
Everyone looks at Brayna.
Yeah.
Kanari just stands
Maybe
there. Yeah, and kind of looks down at her chainmail and looks back at everybody.
Kanari, who has the blessing right now?
Oh,
Still Moxie, yeah?
Yeah, Moxie does. I'll just roll a d4 on who I give it to, but it landed on Moxie again. Okay.
I can. So our two worst people are Kanari and Brenna.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. Umbran's gonna point forward, and he's going to. What's it called? Twin spell and invisibility on the both of you.
Ooh. So your disadvantage, if you have disadvantage on stealth, will be canceled out, and if you just had normal stealth but just sucked at it, you would have advantage.
Thank you.
Utility spells. I do have one.
And that is concentration.
That is, yeah. So hopefully nothing hits me.
Love twin spell. Make sure to mark off those sorcery points.
Yep.
And now, would you like to proceed forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the marching order? Who is in front?
Umbren will go first. Brenna should be in the middle as our anchor.
Rexel wants to be near the middle since he has Featherfall.
Okay.
Moxie,
do you
at
want
the
to
end?
pick up the rear? Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So,
Kanari will.
be next to Moxie, probably.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so now I need stealth checks.
9 plus 10, 19.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
26.
Ooh.
7.
Oh.
21.
Oh. So you begin to proceed cautiously, trying to not make any sounds. And as you do, the buzzing as you're crossing this bridge is evident to everyone now. And if any of you were to look down, you would see this massive expanse of a hive.
See, I told you.
There also seems to be different flames around this hive as well. A detail that you haven't noticed yet.
Flames
then-
as in flames that they made, or flames as in other teams made?
Flames as in flames that seem to be a part of the hive.
Oh, maybe flames would not have been appropriate.
And despite the silence, a couple of drones, because they're bees, drones is appropriate, fly up. They seem to not notice that you're there, but they fly up and they sense and they look and they see that you're there. And you hear them say, does anyone speak Infernal?
I speak the speech of space eldritch horrors. Deep
So-
speech.
You do not know what they say.
Not
And
infernal.
now they turn, they look at you, their stingers pointed right at you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
No.
Yes, thank you, producer Ryan, for showing everyone the bee.
That's a little better.
Oh boy.
Ooh. All right. Did anyone get over a 20?
I got a 20.
All right. And who got between 15 and 19?
15.
15 for Rexel.
Who wants
I
to
have
go
a
first?
16.
Ooh.
I think
Moxie wants
my
to go.
dex is higher.
Yeah, yours is gonna be higher.
All right. Umbrin, Rexel, Kanari, what'd you get?
3.
All right, so we got.
Coming in with that classic cleric roll.
It helps to go later so I can heal, but ouch.
And Moxie, you did roll initiative at advantage,
I
right?
rolled twice, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. These beasties of bees turn and look at you, and you are not surprised. So the stealth did assist with that. And there isn't an entire hive flying after you at the moment. But these two drones that were probably gonna fly out and head into dungeons to go get prey or pollen. I don't know what giant wasps need. They instead turn to look at you and go into protect mode. So, Brayna is well aware of these things, and Brayna gets to go first. They are flying currently.
Cool.
Number one is about 40 feet from you. 35, 40 feet.
30, 40. Let me look at my
35,
phone real quick. Which is there?
40.
It's 40.
And then number two is about the same. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nope. 2 is 35, 1 is 40.
Okay, Brina is going to
There's this
rage.
constant buzzing in the background.
I know it's making her very angry as she rages, moves there, and is going to huck one of her javelins towards that dude that is now 30 feet away. So she's just a straight roll. Oh, but that's garbage. Let's see, 16 to hit.
Misses as the
Javelin
wasp
sailing
goes
off.
ducks underneath it. Goodbye, javelin. Goodbye.
And then she will throw another javelin. I think she could do that too. Throw two. I don't
Extra
know how
attack.
throwing works. I don't know if throwing it made it not be two.
Nope,
Okay.
you're good.
Garbage again. 17.
Does not hit.
Dang it. Second javelin into the gorge. How many javelins do I even have? I think I have like 4. Now I have less than 4.
Can I get advantage on those because they can't see her?
Oh my gosh, you're invisible.
For the first one. So
For the first one, yeah, you would have advantage on that.
So that first one, neither of them hit. But the second one, let's see. A 19?
That hits.
Yes.
Thank you for the reminder.
Helping!
The second one is no longer at advantage because I am now visible.
Yeah, those first 2 rolls went with the first one. The first attack, and then this roll goes for the second.
Yeah, that's a big old 1 on the dice. So, 6 points of damage because it cannot add rage because it is a ranged attack. And that's my turn, as now there's a javelin sticking out of one of the wasps.
It barely notices, but yes, it is sticking out of it. And your rage persists because you hit something.
Well, the rage would persist anyways until my next turn come around.
Well, yeah, but it didn't like that. So it is going to actually go and then fly right up on you.
Bless you.
And it will attempt to sting you.
Cool.
First, sting.
Will
miss.
I didn't reckless yet.
Nope, that was a 4, so that will miss. But then, not only does it try to sting you, but it also tries to slash at you with its sword talons.
Or what?
And that was a 16, so those both miss.
No.
So it tries to sting.
Is that it? As my shield blocks.
Block it with your shield, block the sword talons with your warhammer, just fending it off. And then, while Brena is engaged with that, it is now Moxie's turn.
Yeah, so Moxie's gonna go here. Because there's no way I'm hitting that other one with anything I can throw. And we're gonna go ahead and just try to hit it with the staff. For a 14.
A 14 will miss.
I'll go ahead and try to hit it again with a 21.
21 will hit.
Yeah. And that's for 5 damage. And then I'll spend a key point to stunning strike with that one.
Oh, okay. So a Constitution saving throw. And what is the DC for that?
14.
Unfortunately, it succeeds with a 15.
And then to the
if
bonus
you were
action,
to stunning strike it, it would stun and then just fall.
Yeah, that was what I was hopeful for. So as my bonus action, I'm gonna Fury of Blows it. Maybe 15.
A 15 will miss.
Yeah. And that's even lower, so just kidding. We only hit it
All
once.
right. And then I need you to make me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
As you are trying to punch and hit this creature on the edge of this stone bridge.
Oh, gosh, that didn't. Okay, stop hitting other things, dice. 22.
You're fine.
Okay.
You do not have any issue staying on this bridge. And next up is Umbrin.
How smart do we think bugs are? Umbrin's gonna do something kind of gonna use up my last 2 sorcery points. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip on both of these things with another twin spell. That is an intelligence save of 15.
Okay, so this is 1, this is 2. They both fail.
Alright. Did not think bugs were smart. Alright, so that's going to be the standard 3d6, and then as always, it is the only one action, bonus action, or move on their turn. They cannot take reactions.
The psychic strings wrap around them, hampering their action economy.
Not fantastic damage. That's going to be 8 damage to both.
All right. After Umbrin, I believe your turn is done, so now it is Vrexel's turn. However, the Mind Whip is concentration, isn't it?
It is. Could I also move? Like, how close are we tethered together?
You can move, but you can't be more than 10 feet away from Vrexel, I would say.
I will move 10 feet away from Vrexel.
Oh, Tasha's Mind Whip isn't concentration. So
It isn't?
It isn't.
Oh, it only lasts for, I think, 1 turn.
Yep, so invisibility is still up on Kanari.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So first thing Vrexel's gonna say is, are we fighting or running? This seems like a really suboptimal place to be trying to make a stand here.
Yeah, I always say we run, but I can't stop the girls. No one
Vrexel's
can.
gonna move. Oh, I probably can't go that far, can I? Because who am I tethered to?
You have to be 10 feet, within 10 feet of Brena.
Brena, okay. So I'm staying where I am then. And we'll cast Fairy Fire on creature number 1.
It fails. So this glittering fire falls upon this insect, and it begins to glow, giving advantage on attacks against it.
Nice.
While you concentrate on the spell.
And Vrexel will just sort of, well, you can hit that one if we need to, but I really would recommend maybe moving a little bit toward safer ground. Just my thought, and that's the end of Vrexel's turn.
The buzzing underneath continues. As number 1 flies forward, Vrexel, you just did something to it, so it's actually going to fly at you. And it is going to attempt to sting you.
Yeah.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
And it's going to try to sword talon you as it slashes, and that will definitely hit. Because that's a 19 on the die.
Yep, that hits.
So, you missed the most deadly of its attacks. But this attack is still going to hit you, and I'll need a Constitution saving throw after I roll this damage. That will be 13 points of piercing damage. And I need a DC 10 Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration.
Yeah. DC 10, I'm good. Yes. Total of 12.
Wonderful. You are still maintaining concentration on the Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And I will put pink around it to signify. That was all of its actions. So Kanari, you are still invisible. It ends whenever you cast a spell that is harmful or attack.
And we're all still tethered together. Okay.
Yep, so you cannot be more than 10 feet away from Brena or Moxie.
Okay. Most useful thing would probably be...
Oh, any spell. You can't cast any spell, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am just gonna go ahead and cast Bane on both of them. So I need a
Bane.
DC 15 charisma.
Ah! Frex will take back that damage. Mind whip. It can only move.
Ah. Yeah.
Ah, sorry, go back to Canary. What were you doing?
It says Umbran wasn't support.
I need a DC.
Excuse me, I said that.
A DC 15 charisma saving throw from both of them.
All right, number 1, number 2. Number 2 succeeds.
Okay.
Number 1
So
fails.
one is just having a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a D4 off of one's stuff, and then since it doesn't have any, I can stay within 10 feet of Braina.
And Moxie. What spell did you cast?
Bane.
Oh, Bane. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
D4. You said D4, and I'm like, wait, is that Mind Sliver? And then
No.
Completely forgot. Bane. And your invisibility is gone, so Umbran is no longer concentrating.
Great.
Or I was going to be concentrating on nothing.
Yeah, in the interest of just getting along and in a position to run, Canary will just move 5 feet up here.
All right. So that means we're back to the top of the order with Braina.
Braina's gonna feel like she'll probably stay on this one.
Throw more javelins.
It's right there.
No, she's gonna recklessly swing because why not? That's a 20 on the die.
Woo!
A natural 20?
And she is raging. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus another 6 is 14, times 2 is 28 points of damage on the first attack.
All right.
Second swing. 17 plus 9 is 26.
How do you want to kill this?
So first swing was it's one-handed, so it was just like a backhanded this, and then she's gonna come around the top and smack it on the head for 10 points of damage.
As you smack it on the head, it starts to twitch and begins to swirl and fall down. And when it hits the hive, it knocks off some of the hive's like structure, and it just continues tumbling down. And then once it hits the ground, it goes into flames.
Okay. I suggest let's go. And Braina moves 10 feet. Or I think 5 feet, because
you have to stay within 10 feet of Moxie.
Yeah.
And
Go there.
Wait, she doesn't need to. Only Canary does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, 10 feet of Canary.
Oh, well, then she will move up here.
And the buzzing below you begins to increase. I think they know you're here. And now it's Moxie's turn.
I mean, Moxie will move. I think I can be about here. Cause is this? The token's away, but is one still there?
What do you mean?
No, 2 fell.
One didn't fall. 2 fell.
In my screen, token 1 just disappeared, but it's like.
Yeah, it disappeared on mine too.
I can see like the outline of where it's supposed to be.
Weird.
I've still got it.
As well as
I'm
one.
just refreshing to see if it comes back.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay. Because if I can't really move much more, right, for where it is.
Yeah.
I'll be too far away from Canary. So, oh gosh.
You have advantage on all your hits.
You do.
And
Okay.
it has a D4 penalty to all saving throws.
I do.
Sick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to hit it.
That bug.
19.
19 hits.
Okay. And that's 10 damage. And then that's gonna be a 24 for the second attack.
Definitely hits.
For 8 damage. And then I'll go ahead and spend a point to just Fury of Blows it.
You've after these strikes, it seems to be almost bleeding in a sense.
Okay.
Bloodied, which means it's below half health. Half health.
So that would be a 23.
Yep.
Another 8. And then a 17.
That will miss.
Yeah.
And you rolled all of those at advantage, right?
Yeah, I rolled 2 dice for all of them.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I've used my action, my move, and my bonus action.
Now it is Umbrin's turn.
Someone's going to walk up, grab this thing by the stinger, and cast Inflict Wounds.
Necrotically destroy its stinger. You have advantage, by the way.
Awesome, because I don't think that 8 would, but I think that 18 will. Plus 7, so 25.
That hits.
Awesome. Gonna take 3d10. Be better. Why does that work? I love it. 22 points of necrotic damage.
All right. How do you want to kill it?
23 points of necrotic damage.
Same result.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna walk up, and through the fairy fire, I'm gonna reach out my hand and grab onto it by the stinger.
Its stinger being
pull it
crumpling
off.
away, and you rip it off, and the guts and everything get pulled out with it as the goo just shoots out of it, and it goes zzz, 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 and then falls back into the gorge.
I'm going
and
to take out
hits
my
the
dagger
hive.
and cut off the whatever sinew is connecting it. I'm like, that's a new dagger.
I suggest we run. There's more bees.
As you
let
look
them know we're
down,
here.
an almost like swarm of these giant wasps are forming and then quickly moving after all of you.
Run.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
run,
Let's
run.
go.
Run.
Now I want
run.
everyone to give me an acrobatics check to see how good you run while you're all tied up.
Oh, that's right.
Damn.
Forgot I took this cantrip. I have guidance, so I'm gonna give that to myself. Should be infinitely more helpful if I rolled better.
Yeah.
11 plus 7, so 18.
That's good. Moxie?
12.
Not bad.
I didn't
Pretzel?
roll very high, but
7 again.
Oof. Braina,
23, so she is fully dragging anyone that's slow.
you're dragging Pretzel behind you.
The
Kanari?
great thing is, there's no friction. He just glides forward.
Also a 7, so you're dragging Kanari.
Moxie's
So-
pushing her from behind.
Umbrin and Braina and Moxie managed to get everyone through. You see this giant swarm of insects as you enter this next sort of cliff top past this gorge, and you see one single exit that is only wide enough for you to fit single file. You
I would
run
like to
right
do
into
a
it.
cool, like dodge slide run.
So as one of the bees actually swipes down at you, you dodge it as you're running, and you all make your way into this 5-foot space. And unfortunately for these wasps, they're large-sized. And so because you are medium-sized, you fit through this medium-sized space, and the wasps are almost like clogging up the exit as they're like trying to stab you with their stingers.
Stab back.
Rexel and
Mine-
Kanari, your bad acrobatics checks means that you become vulnerable to these stingers on your way. So, Kanari,
Mm-hmm.
you get hit by one of these stingers. And it stabs into you for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And suddenly the venom goes into you and it feels like flames through your veins. As you take 8 fire damage as well, as it burns through you. And I need you to do a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Why wasn't it me? I can't see poison.
That's a 16.
Okay, you are not paralyzed. And Vrexel will also get hit for a natural 20.
Oof.
Oh no.
You know, shield.
That doesn't matter. Natural 20 is always a hit.
Yeah.
So that is 14 piercing damage.
Oof.
And then 6 fire damage, because I rolled terribly. And I need you to do a Constitution saving throw against poison.
That's going to be a 14.
Okay, you were not poisoned.
Ooh.
But you took that damage as you couldn't avoid these stings while you were running because they're swarming around you, but you all managed to get into this hole. They clog it up, and you're breathing heavily.
See, no big deal. We got this.
What do you
At
think those things were?
End of this tunnel that you are now in, there's a door.
The regular door?
It is a door with the same archway, the same hand scanner.
First thing Rexel's gonna do is cut the rope.
No, don't cut it. Just untie it. You're cutting down the amount of rope we have.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can always take mending and just put it back together.
Yeah.
Oh, I have mending. I can put it back together.
Untie.
There you go.
A, what do you think those things were? And B, what do you think this thing does? Hold up,
Arcana
my new
check.
stinger. Arcana?
Yep.
3
Oh, no.
plus 7.
You just think that they were giant bees. You're like, I didn't know that bees got that big.
Okay. Oh, plus 5, even or 8.
And Vrexel, what did
can
you get?
I'm proficient in Arcana. Can I make a shot at that?
Yeah.
That's a total of 21.
You, now that you can stop and relax and like think back on your studies, you recognize these as hell wasps. They're not monstrosities or beasts, they are fiends from hell. And so they're actually immune to fire and vulnerable to cold.
Oh, fancy.
Now I have a hell wasp stinger.
Vrexel, you do know that hell wasp stinger probably still carries some of the poison with it. And you might have an idea on how to turn that into something.
Oh.
Specifically, a dagger of venom.
Ah. Well,
But you don't have the right materials or anything. You probably would only be able to do it when you get to a checkpoint again.
Well, if you want to toss that in the trunk, I might be able to do something with that once we get a minute.
Yes, please. I'll put it in the trunk.
Brent's like, dagger of venom, dagger of venom, dagger of venom.
You guys don't need to buy magic weapons. You just make them. Don't forget a boon from the Poisoners Society from the Theme Kills is like, we love what you did with that poison, man.
Actually, maybe the Banishers, because they hate all things fiends.
Like, I'm just keeping an eye out for a way to make quick cash.
All right, who wants to scan their hand? After you can take a short rest and everything in this tunnel and whatnot.
Vrexel's just gonna cast a Cure Wounds real quick on himself and roll a 1 on the die, so that's not great, but I'm fine if we want to keep going.
I mean, I have no sorcery points.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to get some of those key points back, so a short rest and then
But I
through the
can't
door.
get them back on a short rest, so
You can or you can't?
I can't.
Oh.
I could change some spell slots into sorcery points,
Oh, that's good.
but I only have 1 second level spell slot left.
Um,
I'll do it on the fly if it happens. I'm fine. Don't worry. We're good.
one of y'all should take. I think Umbrin's the only one that can take this catnap. Once you get 3rd level spells,
Oh.
which
I
just
can't sleep.
allows. But you can cast it on other people so that they take a short rest after your 10 minutes. Utility.
Oh.
So,
What a waste, though.
So
Who
we're
wants to
not
put
taking
their-
a short rest, right? I just want to be clear.
Totally doesn't matter to me. Just saying, Brexel's fine.
I'm good.
Or we'll keep her distance from whatever's in there.
Who got the shit kicked out of him? Anyone else?
Nari.
Do you
Kanari
want
and
to rest?
Vrexel got hit.
We can. Let's just keep going. I still
Alright.
have a potion of healing, or a couple potions of healing on me.
Okay.
So do I.
Who wants to put their hand on the scanner?
Who hasn't done it yet? I've done it once. Brenna's done it once.
Moxie's done it.
Did it once.
Brexel will go.
Vrexel, I will need you to roll a d20 for me.
18.
Wonderful. The door opens, there's a shimmering field. You all step through. And you emerge from on the other side of this door. And after passing through the threshold, the door disappears behind you. And you appear to be on a stony shoreline that surrounds this large subterranean lake. And in the center of this lake is a small island with a giant statue of a woman. And in the heart of this statue is a crystal.
Like a giant crystal.
A giant crystal.
How far in the water is this island?
So the lake itself seems to be about 300 feet across, and it's dead center, so about 150 feet in.
Gotcha.
As you look at the water, it seems to be shallow for just a little bit, rocky and whatnot, and then it drops off into a dark depth.
So you know how if you drop a rock into the water, it sinks to the bottom. But you can carry a rock in your hand as you swim, and it will stay with you. I am that rock. I cannot swim. Not in the functionality of swimming. I know how one would swim. I literally sink to the bottom of water. So
Then you
Good
hear
luck,
a
guys.
voice from the large statue in the center.
Ooh.
Its head turns to you. Adventurers! Come to my island and hear my tale. And that's where we're gonna end this tonight.
Ooh.
What?
The statue? Oh, did its like mouth move, or was it just?
Its mouth moved a little bit, like rah, rah, rah.
Oh.
Creepy.
Just a large giant statue.
Bum, bum, bum.
I feel like the quest is to get over there, and maybe then you win. Hopefully.
Like Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple. I don't know that reference, Ryan.
Giant
Well,
stone head.
You
It's a
don't
good
know Hidden
reference.
Temple?
Wow.
Everyone who joined us
That
today,
child.
thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on a rewatch in the future, hello from the past. I wonder how the future is. Do you have flying cars yet? I am Dungeon Master Dev. These are my fantastic players. We got Meg, Jacob, Melissa. What's your name? Wyatt and Yuri.
Oh wow.
Bye.
As you can see on the screen before you, these are fantastic people. You can follow some of these people on social media. And producer Ryan will probably do the Priscilla bot. Is it Priscilla? No, it's
Nope,
Nightbot.
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 We also have a Discord that you can join. And we also have other shows. We have a little bit more paint that usually airs on Sundays. We did not have it today because of another affliction of lizard flu. And we have a stream on Wednesdays that is called The World's Greatest Dungeon. So you can join us Wednesdays at...
Come watch Wendella be not evil.
7:30 p.m. Wendella has just become the BBEG, and now we
She
must
went
kill her.
Super Saiyan, it's great.
She is now 10 feet tall and has
6 feet 2 inches.
8
Oh,
eyes
no.
and has the power of all of the primal cubes.
I think there's more than 8. She doesn't have the
Nice.
power of all the cubes.
What else? We also will be having some new shows coming up, so stay tuned for that. The socials will tell you of what is going on. And yeah, it was very wonderful to play for all of you, and it's very wonderful for me to be a dungeon master for these amazing group of people. This is great.
Hey Dev, what about next week?
Oh yeah, next week we do not have a show because we have some heathens who will not be here. And
Are we doing something instead?
what we're gonna do instead is have a crazy one-shot with level 12 characters for whoever in the cast of any show wants to join. It would be insane, and I will be DMing that. And usually my one-shots are insanity and very exciting. I have plans that I cannot share, but I want to share, but I can't. Maybe I'll talk to Ryan about them, because Ryan's not
Really
playing.
good call.
Thank you, producer Ryan, for everything you do and for running the OBS and stream and whatnot. And I wanted to give a shout out to our character art designer, Lunar Lexicon, at Lunar Lexicon on Twitter. You can go follow them to inquire about their commission prices. They are wonderful to work with. Lots of updates, lots of really good with working with ideas, and wonderful. And this overlay was by me because I have Photoshop. The music for the character intros, because I believe the character intros are still going on during the break, is by Jacob, who plays Rexel. Jacob has a YouTube channel, so you can look up Jacob Pope on YouTube. And I don't remember your YouTube channel's name.
I think
But-
it's just my name.
Okay, wonderful.
Name.
Yes.
You
And
can also find me on my personal channel.
oh yeah,
Streaming lots of fun stuff like Pokemon Snap on Friday. It's
5
gonna be
more
great.
days.
I cannot wait.
Ah!
I played the OG last Friday, and then I finished it up on Saturday, and it was super cool. And yeah, we'll be doing that. And I play Warcraft and Diablo and maybe some other stuff when I buy more games. But that requires buy more games. Yeah. So twitch.tv/Brena. As well.
Wonderful. All right, so I think that is it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah. So stay tuned.
Follow if you haven't.
For in 2 weeks from now for episode 5. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.